She just walked out, didn't say a damn thing. Left me there, hooked up to machines, fighting to breathe. Her quiet wasn't just a lie. It was the start of all the crap that ripped our family to pieces. My name's Tom, I'm 35. Used to push papers in a quiet office here in town. My wife, Sarah, she was 33. My girl from college, the one who danced with me in our tiny dorm room to all that cheesy old music. Her laugh? Brighter than any damn sunshine. We built a life, you know? 2 kids, Lily, who was 5, and little Leo, just 3. A cozy little house with a swing set in the back. Our days were pretty much the same, and it felt like home. We weren't rolling in cash, but we were okay. Had a decent chunk saved up, enough for a family van and maybe some college down the line. Mornings were my favorite. Sarah's coffee smell, Lily's happy chatter, Leo's grubby little hands reaching for me. I'd kiss their heads, touch Sarah's forehead, and head to work, my heart feeling full. This was it, our messy but happy life. Never thought I'd end up in one of those cheating spouse stories. I believed in Sarah and us. But sometimes, the people you trust the most are the ones who write the ugliest stories about you. And mine started on a Tuesday, I'll never shake. Woke up to Lily chattering about some school thing. Leo was tugging at my shirt for pancakes. Sarah was in the kitchen, hair all messy, giving me a soft smile as she handed me coffee. Don't forget Lily's teacher meeting, I said, kissing her forehead. Pizza tonight, she nodded, but her eyes didn't meet mine. She grabbed her bag, walked out the door. And that was it. The last time I saw her for years. No goodbye, no looking back. Just the click of the damn door. By noon, I was bent over at work, this sharp pain tearing through my gut. My boss rushed me to the hospital, and they wheeled me straight into surgery. Appendicitis, they said. But my appendix had burst, and poison was spreading through my body. I was in and out of it, machines beeping, my body burning up. I called for Sarah, my voice weak, but she wasn't there. Nurses tried her phone. My folks left messages, but nothing. Sarah was gone, just like that, leaving me hanging by a thread, our kids with my mom, and no damn explanation. The first punch to the gut came in that hospital bed. While I was fighting off infection, my parents brought Lily and Leo to see me. Their little faces were confused when they visited. "Where's Mommy?" Lily asked, her eyes wide. I didn't know. My sister, Anna, checked Sarah's social media. Nothing new, just old happy pictures of us. Her work said she'd taken time off. I lay there, tubes sticking out of me, wondering if she'd been in an accident, if she was hurt. But deep down, a seed of doubt started to grow. The beginning of a whole other kind of betrayal I couldn't ignore. I got out after 3 weeks, weak as hell but alive. The house was too quiet when I got back. Sarah's closet was half empty. Her favorite dresses, her red coat, gone. No note, no divorce papers, just gone. I checked our bank accounts. Small but steady withdrawals to a card I didn't recognize. Her phone was dead. I sat on our couch, Lily's stuffed bunny in my lap, and felt the weight of it all. A confession that didn't need words. She'd left us. Not just me, but our kids. Vanished without a trace. The second kick in the teeth came from my friend, Mike. He'd seen Sarah months before at a bar, laughing with some guy he didn't know. Didn't think much of it, Mike said, his voice low. But she looked happy, Tom. I started digging, hating myself for it. Old messages on her laptop, one she hadn't deleted, mentioned some guy, Kyle, her ex from way back. Credit card bills showed hotel stays, dinners, trips I knew nothing about. This wasn't just some fling. It was a whole other life she'd built behind my back while I was fighting for my damn life. I didn't confront her. How could I? She was gone. I focused on Lily and Leo, quit my job for something I could do from home so I could be there for them. I read bedtime stories, braided Lily's hair, taught Leo to tie his shoes. My parents helped, but the questions never stopped. Why'd Mommy leave? Leo asked one night, his voice small. I just hugged him, my throat tight. I don't know, buddy. I'd read those online stories, people going through the same crap, searching for answers. But none of it prepared me for raising 2 kids alone, my heart broken not just by her screwing around, but by her just leaving. The third twist was the silence. Months went by, then a year. Not a damn word from Sarah. No sign she'd ever existed, except in our kids' fading memories. Lily stopped asking for her. Leo forgot her voice. I rebuilt our life. New routines, therapy for me, playdates for them. We moved to a smaller place, still okay, but ours. I'd lie awake, The kids asleep, wondering if she was with Kyle, living some dream while I picked up the shattered pieces. This whole damn mess wasn't about catching her in the act. It was about surviving her not being there. I didn't hate her, not fully. Hate felt too heavy. I just wanted to protect Lily and Leo, to give them a life where her betrayal didn't define them. But as I tucked them in, their small hands in mine, I knew this wasn't the end. It was just the start of a story I'd have to finish on my own. If you've been through this crap, what would you do? If the person you loved vanished when you needed them most, was I right to just keep going without answers? Sometimes, the deepest cut isn't the cheating, it's the deafening silence that follows. But should I have gone looking for her? The Seattle rain kept drumming on the roof of our new, smaller house. Creaky floors, a backyard just big enough for Lily's soccer and Leo's toy trucks. Their laughter filled some of the empty spaces Sarah left. But at night, when they were asleep, the silence was a killer. Her walking out while I was in the hospital, leaving our kids, that wasn't just some cheating story. It was a wound that bled into everything. A shadow I couldn't shake. I threw myself into being both parents. Lily, now 6, needed help with math, her little brow furrowed over fractions. Leo, 4, clung to me at preschool drop-offs, his small hand tight in mine. I worked from home, dealing with paperwork, the laptop screen my constant buddy. My folks took the kids on weekends, giving me a breather. But even then, Sarah's ghost hung around. I'd find Lily's old drawings of Mommy in a drawer, or Leo would hum some song she used to sing, and the pain would hit fresh. This whole damn infidelity story with no damn ending. I stopped looking for her after the first year. The bank withdrawals stopped. Her social media went dark. Kyle's name disappeared from the breadcrumbs I'd found. My sister, Anna, pushed me to hire a private investigator, but I refused. What was the point? I told her, stirring coffee in her kitchen. She chose to leave. I wasn't going to chase her. Anna frowned, her voice soft. You deserve answers, Tom. But answers felt like chains. I wanted to be free for Lily and Leo, not stuck in some toxic story that ended with Sarah's silence. The fourth gut punch came at Lily's school play. She was a sunflower, her face painted yellow, beaming as she swayed on stage. I clapped until my hands stung, Leo bouncing on my lap. Afterward, a teacher pulled me aside. Mr. Tom, she said, hesitating, a woman called the school last week, asking about Lily. Said she was her mother. My stomach dropped. What did you tell her? I asked, my voice low. Nothing, the teacher said. We don't give out information. I nodded, but the news was like a jolt of lightning. Was Sarah back? Why now, after 2 years of nothing? I hadn't even told the kids. Lily was starting to forget Sarah's face, and Leo only knew her from pictures. I checked my phone, half expecting a message, but there was nothing. That night, I sat in the dark, the rain tapping the windows, wrestling with it all. Part of me wanted to scream at her, demand why she'd left me for dead, left our kids without a word. But another part, the part that braided Lily's hair and tucked Leo in, knew it wouldn't change a damn thing. This wasn't about catching her in the act. It was a deeper betrayal, one that didn't need proof to hurt. Life kept moving. Lily started soccer, and I was there on the sidelines, cheering her on when she scored her first goal, her grin brighter than the sun. Leo started drawing, scribbling rockets and dogs all over our fridge. I went to therapy, not often, but enough to unpack the anger I was burying. You're carrying her choice like it's yours, my therapist said, her pen still. What if you let it go? I didn't have an answer, but the question stuck. The fifth twist was a letter slipped under my door on a rainy morning. No return address, just my name in Sarah's handwriting. My hands shook as I opened it, expecting some big confession, an apology, anything. Instead, it was short. Tom, I'm sorry. I don't expect you to forgive me. I just needed you to know I'm alive. I won't contact you again. No mention of the kids, no explanation for her years with Kyle. I stared at the paper, the ink smudged by rain, and felt nothing. Not relief, not anger, just a hollow ache. I burned the letter in the backyard, the flames curling the edges, and told myself it was over. But it wasn't. The sixth punch came through a friend, Lisa, at a coffee shop. She slid into the booth across from me, her face tight. I saw Sarah, she said, in Tacoma, at a diner. She looked rough, Tom. Been alone for a while. I sipped my coffee, my jaw tight. Did she mention the kids? Lisa shook her head. Just asked about you. Said she messed up. I nodded, the news a stone in my gut. This wasn't some revenge fantasy. I didn't want her pain. I just wanted my kids to be okay. I started noticing changes in myself. I laughed more, not the fake kind, but real laughs when Leo told silly jokes or Lily acted out her day with wild gestures. I built a tree house with my dad, the kids squealing as we hammered nails, the summer air thick with possibility. I went on a few dates, a woman from work, but it didn't click. She was nice, but my heart wasn't ready. "You're still healing," Anna said, and she was right. This whole damn story had left scars, but it hadn't broken me. The seventh twist was Lily's question, out of the blue. We were baking cookies, flour dusting her nose. "Dad," she said, "did Mommy hate us?" My heart stopped. I knelt down, wiping her cheek. "No, sweetie," I said, my voice steady. "Mommy made a choice, but it wasn't about you or Leo. You're perfect." She nodded, but her eyes held a doubt I couldn't erase. That night, I lay awake, the rain relentless, wondering if I'd done enough to shield them from Sarah's betrayal. The eighth twist was a call from a number I didn't know. I answered, expecting some sales pitch. It was Sarah, her voice thin, almost like a stranger's. "Tom," she said, "I'm in Seattle. Can we talk?" "Not for me, for the kids." My grip tightened on the phone. "You don't get to decide that," I said, calm but firm. "You left them." She sobbed, but I hung up, my hands shaking. This wasn't some dramatic confrontation. It was a line I'd drawn to protect Lily and Leo. I focused on the kids. Lily joined a science club, our kitchen turning into a lab of vinegar and baking soda volcanoes. Leo's drawings got better, his dogs now with wagging tails. I made our house a little bigger, adding a playroom. Our money was okay, thanks to careful planning. The pain of Sarah's leaving faded, not gone, but softer, like an old bruise that doesn't throb anymore. I was their dad, their rock, and that was enough. But as I watched Lily kick a soccer ball, cheering her on, I wondered if Sarah would try again, and if she did, could I keep her away from their lives? What would you do if the person who abandoned you begged to come back, not for you, but for the kids you'd raised alone? The Seattle dawn painted the sky in soft pinks, coming through the curtains of our home, where Lily's science project sat on the counter and Leo's crayon drawings covered the fridge. I stood by the window, coffee in hand, watching the neighborhood wake up. 12 years had passed since Sarah walked out, leaving me in that hospital bed and our kids without a mother. Her betrayal, the whole damn cheating wife story that ripped us apart, had faded into a scar. Still there, but not raw anymore. Lily, now 17, was a fierce, curious teenager, her soccer trophies lining the shelves. Leo, 15, was quieter, his sketchbook filled with amazing designs. They were my world, and I'd built a life around them, steady and whole despite the hole Sarah left. Our routine was solid. I worked from home, managing things with a team I trusted. We had enough money for college and the occasional trip. The kids were doing great. Lily aced her exams. Leo won an art contest. My folks, getting on but still kicking, hosted Sunday dinners, their laughter a good sound. I dated a bit, a few nice women, but nothing stuck. My heart was cautious but open. The rain still fell, like it always does in Seattle, but it felt like a wash now, cleaning away the weight of Sarah's silence. The ninth punch came at Lily's soccer game. I was on the sidelines, cheering as she ran down the field, her ponytail swinging. Leo sat next to me, sketching the crowd during halftime. I saw a woman near the bleachers, her coat pulled tight, her face hidden by a scarf. Something about how she stood, the way she tilted her head, felt familiar. My breath caught. "Sarah?" I blinked, and she was gone, swallowed by the crowd. I scanned the faces, my heart racing, but found nothing. Was it her, or just a ghost from this whole damn story haunting me? I didn't tell the kids. They hadn't asked about Sarah in years. Their memories of her were just vague feelings, a song, a smell. Lily once found an old photo of her tucked in a box and just shrugged. "She's just a stranger now," she'd said, her voice flat. Leo never mentioned her. His drawings were free of the mommy figures he used to scribble. I'd shielded them from her betrayal, but the thought of her coming back stirred a fear I hadn't felt in years. This wasn't about catching her with someone. It was the dread of opening an old wound. The 10th gut punch was a knock at the door late one night. Lily was at a friend's, Leo upstairs with his headphones. I opened it, expecting a neighbor, but there she was. Sarah, older, thinner, her hair with streaks of gray. Her eyes were hollow but held something like regret. She wore a worn coat, her hands twisting nervously. "Tom," she said, her voice a whisper. I I didn't know if you'd open the door." I just stared, my pulse steady despite the storm inside. "What do you want?" I asked, my voice flat. She swallowed, her gaze dropping. "To see them. Lily. Leo." To explain. I stepped outside, closing the door behind me. The rain misted my face. "You don't get to walk back in," I said. "Not after 12 years. Not after you left me for dead, left them without a word." Her eyes filled with tears, but I felt nothing. This wasn't some tearful reunion for forgiveness. It was too damn late for that. She spoke, her voice breaking. "I was wrong, Tom. Kyle, it was a mistake. He left me years ago. I've been alone, scraping by, and all I can think about is them." She sank to her knees, sobbing. "Please, just one chance to see my kids." I looked down at her, the woman I'd loved, now a stranger begging on my porch. My anger was gone, replaced by a quiet resolve. "They don't know you," I said. "They don't need to." I turned, went inside, and locked the door, her cries muffled by the rain. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in the living room, Lily's soccer jersey folded on the couch, Leo's sketchbook open to a drawing of a starry sky. Sarah's return wasn't about her. It was about them. Should I tell them? Let them decide. Lily was old enough to understand. Leo was sensitive enough to hurt. I'd spent years protecting them from this whole damn story, but now the choice felt heavy as the Seattle clouds. The 11th twist was Lily's discovery. A week later, she came home from school, her backpack slung over one shoulder. "Dad," she said, dropping onto the couch, "someone messaged me on Instagram. Said she was Mom." My heart sank. I sat beside her, searching her face. "What did she say?" Lily shrugged, her voice steady but her eyes uncertain. "She wants to meet. Said she's sorry." I didn't reply. I nodded, my throat tight. "Do you want to?" She looked away, twisting a bracelet. "I don't know. She left us. Why is she back now?" I told her the truth, Sarah's visit, her plea, her years with Kyle. Lily listened, her jaw tight. "She didn't care when you were sick," she said. "When we needed her." Leo overheard, creeping downstairs, his sketchbook clutched to his chest. "Is she really here?" he asked, his voice small. I hugged them both, the rain tapping outside. "She's in town," I said. "But you don't have to decide anything. I'm here, no matter what." This wasn't some husband revenge story. It was a father's promise to let his kids choose. They didn't reach out. Lily blocked the account. Leo stayed quiet. Life went on. School projects, art shows, soccer games. I watched them closely, ready for questions, but they seemed to settle, their world intact. I wondered if Sarah would try again, but months passed without a sign. I heard through a friend she'd left Seattle, maybe for good. The news brought no relief, just a quiet acceptance. This whole damn emotional cheating story wasn't about her anymore. It was about us. I started coaching Lily's soccer team, my whistle a new rhythm in our days. Leo's art got bolder, his sketches now of cities and skies, not just dogs. I met a woman, Rachel, at a parent meeting. Kind, steady, with a laugh that warmed the room. We took it slow, coffee turning to dinners, her presence a soft light in my cautious heart. She knew about Sarah, asked gentle questions, and listened when I answered. "You're a good dad," she said once, squeezing my hand. It was enough. One night, Lily and Leo sat me down. "We talked," Lily said, her voice firm. "We don't want to see her. Not now. Maybe not ever." Leo nodded, his eyes clear. "You're enough, Dad." I hugged them, tears stinging my eyes, the rain outside a steady hum. They'd chosen their path, and I'd chosen mine. To keep them safe, to let Sarah's betrayal fade into the past. I forgave her in my own way, not for her, but for me. I could stand before the woman who destroyed us and feel nothing. No need for vengeance, no pull to punish. This cheating story saga ended not with a bang, but with a quiet strength. A family rebuilt on love that didn't run.